So far, it's been about 25 minutes now. Still smoking this K Woody with one bowl. Not bad. That's one of the things on my list is to join a smoking competition. The reason I've never done it, I've watched others. I've been in the presence of others that master smokers. I mean, they can smoke for 40, 60 minutes, and the best I've done is 45 with one bowl. That's not bad, right? Uh, Kenyan coffee is pretty good. It's amazing how coffees, you know, there's Colombian coffees, other coffee, South America. Here in Puerto Rico, one of our coffees that's made here, the freaking Pope likes it, and he has it shipped to him. Here, Santo Domingo makes coffee. Cuba. The two things that grow real well. There are a couple of things that grow real well: sugar cane, coffee, tobacco. It's amazing. The tropical region. It's 83 degrees year round on this island, and one time when I first got here, when I retired, the first guy, he was really congested. You imagine 4 million people on an island, a lot of cars, man. We were having problems with fumes and air pollution. And luckily we get trade winds that blow all that stuff away. And after Hurricane Maria, 2 million left the island. Can you blame them? It was devastation. If you put on YouTube Hurricane Maria, you can see the disaster. I mean, I lost my home up in the mountain. I'd be sitting in the mountain on my porch, but it came in, man, at 160 miles an hour, and my house at that time was made out of wood. Keeps things cool. Took my poor house, and that house had been through 5 hurricanes. This last one ripped the roof off of it, man. And it was the fourth hurricane when I lived in North Carolina, and I was stationed with the Marines in Jacksonville. I got to see 2 hurricanes. The other hurricanes that I've been here. So I've been in hurricanes. I've been in 5 hurricanes. Uh, all of them level 4. And this one, I was entrapped inside the house, in my bathroom with my dogs. My wife was at the VA hospital. And the last words I got, I'm staying here. I said, yeah, it's okay. I'm here with the dogs. I'll make it through. About 3 o'clock in the morning, man. That Maria came through, man. And literally, I thought I was going to die in that bathroom. I strapped myself in, I strapped my dogs in, and I prayed. It took punishment. That house took punishment. Well constructed by my cousin. It took punishment. The foundation is cement. It took some punishment. And all of a sudden, about 4 in the morning, the roof lifted. Lifted up, and I was getting drenched, and my dogs were howling and scared, and When the wind came through, took everything, everything. It was, it was horrifying at the time. I was like, walls caved in, they caved in like this, and I'm under it. And I'm just praying, praying, praying. Why me? Why is this happening to me? I'm a good guy, you know. It had to happen. My neighbors on the other mountains, they could see that my house had collapsed. And I could hear my mom in her house. She's made of concrete. She was just below, a tier below, about 100 yards below, the length of a football field. And I could hear her, oh, my son, my son, my son, you know. You could hear people yelling, are you okay, are you okay, you okay? Yeah, I was trapped. About 7 in the morning, I got up. I said, this is my only chance. The tail came in and left. He was going to start up again. And I said, I got to get into concrete behind something. So my brother's home is about 50 yards away to my right, up on a slope. Literally, our mountain is 45-degree angle. I grabbed my dogs. I let them go. And they usually follow me. And man, I ran. My dogs came behind me. They don't like the rain. And it was starting to thunder. All my dogs came in to my brother's home. But one, midnight, the smallest one, little hound. We call them salchichas. We call them little hot dogs. So I went back out there. It was my dog, you know. I went out there. Midnight, 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 midnight. I was in front of my home. I said, this is Daddy. Midnight, and I could see he was hiding under the fallen side wall. I said, come on. All of a sudden, midnight took off, boom, 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 jumped in my arms, and we turned. Yeah, I started turning to go back to where my brother's home was. He had concrete. That one picked up, and it was about 75, 80 miles an hour, and I thought it was going to take me. Luckily, I made it inside, man, shut that door in. You could hear the banging, boom, 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 boom. And I just looked at my dogs. I was like, oh my God. You know, I couldn't believe the following day. When I looked, everything was gone. It seemed like it just burnt. The wind just was burnt everything. It was like the smell of cedar, the smell of burnt wood everywhere. It was something out of apocalypse. Apocalypse now, man. No light. Luckily I have water. But the island is really hurting, man. A lot of people that were living up in the country couldn't get water. Didn't think about it. Yeah. That's why I say don't trust the government always to come for your aid. You have to be self-sufficient, you know? Luckily I had military training, kept my discipline. I work well under pressure. And we recuperated. I had to go to New York to make some money. My wife and daughter were right because they were in the VA hospital and they're self-sustained, self-contained. And they had to sleep in the hospital. All those nurses, all those doctors, if you was ailing or you had some real bad situation, a lot of the elderlies really suffered, man. All my pipes and gear were gone. I'm laughing now, but it wasn't funny at all. You know? A lot of people left the island. 2 million people have never came back. I'm sorry that happened, but the island was just too congested. Now it's nice. You can drive anywhere. You know, people lost $1 million homes. They're really bad. You know how I knew it was really bad? When you got special forces and those Huey helicopters coming in, and they're repelling, and they're out in the street with their guns, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And they were just dropping water. So what I did, I have an open plane. I marked it for them up in the mountains so that it cleared the path of any debris. And I lit it up. One of my guns, I set a flare up, and they saw it. It came down. You okay? I said, no, I'm all right. I'm just letting you know logistically that you guys can land here if you need to land. That big CH-50, 56 or 53 came down. He goes, nice job. Who are you? I says, I'm a veteran, medic. You don't need medical supply, so you drop medical supply. So I started creating a BDS station, battle dressing station for when anybody was hurt. They left IVs for me. They're not supposed to do that, but they did. I said, give me saline, dextrose, stethoscope. If you can, leave me some aspirin, bandages. They left me 2 Nielsen Robertson stretchers. What's that for? In case they came back, somebody had to be heloed out. I could prep them, put them in the Nielsen Robertson stretchers. They can just come and airlift them out. So that's what we went through here on the island. I'm still smoking this. Okay, the timer. I've been smoking this for 40 minutes now. From my other video on making coffee, morning coffee, a smoking pipe, this is like the third, part 3. So, smokes really well, okay, Woody. Well, that's what my story with Maria. I'm sure in the States a lot of you have gone through tornadoes and hurricanes and twisters and flooding. I see that now. I really either sympathize or empathize with people in the backwoods, Louisiana, Katrina. Things happen. I lived in California. There's bush fires, man. Bush fires. I had 2 friends that came from Colorado. It was flooding all over Colorado, the Dakotas. They had relatives here. They stayed here, and they were recon guys, and I knew. They were telling me, Miguel, I don't know what's gonna happen in America, man, but you're so right about being self-sufficient. Well, I'm still young, but I can do things myself. But I'm also thinking about when I age. The only one that has really the ability that I taught was my son, who was also in the Navy. He lives up in Connecticut. I don't know. I'm 64. Yeah, giving myself 6 more years on the island, and I think I'll move to Connecticut or Massachusetts, wherever he's at. I'm gonna hate the winters, man. But you have to make decisions the older you get. But in a way, I wouldn't mind because I'd be closer to all of the pipe conventions, and I can go visit you guys. And be more social. Until then, I will enjoy paradise. This is Sailor the Piper Man, Piper the Sailor Man, signing out with my coffee, my pipe, a little history of Maria, signing off.